Hello everybody, it's Leah from Dime Culture, and today we are going to be discussing a topic that I am not 100% liking. And not because I'm just following a fad and discussing something. In fact, I haven't seen any videos with this. And that topic at hand is living with imperfections. And why do I not like it? Because, you know what? As artists, we are our worst critics, we will always be the most harshest, cruelest of people to ourselves. We will always point out the things that we think we're weak at. We will always point out the things that we think are ugly in our work. And how do we deal with that? How do we live and create and move forward from creating a piece that we are not proud of? I think it's something that individually we all have to work on. I know it's something I work on a lot, or I'm trying to work on. Okay. Back in school, when I was in school for photography, I felt like my work wasn't good enough. I felt like my other classmates were better than me, and maybe in some ways they were better, but in other ways I was better than them. And we don't see that in ourselves, right? We don't notice that at the time. You will notice it when you look back and you reflect on it, but in that moment you won't. And how do we though make sure that a lot of time doesn't have to pass for us to reflect back and think on it years later, right? How do we learn and grow now from our imperfections and deal with that and accept that as artists we aren't perfect, but we are still amazingly magical? What I am working on currently is finishing a piece. So if I start working on something and I realize I've made a mistake, I'm not tossing it aside. No. So what I'm doing is I'm going to finish it. I'm going to either, one, have found a way to improve the image, two, just gone with the flow, because guess what? Maybe I was just having a bad day. Maybe my mood wasn't in it, for the topic that I was trying to do. Or three, maybe I'm going to then see that I made a mistake, reflect on it a week from now, or before I go and do something similar to what I had just created in a different time. And by that I mean this painting right here that you're watching, I originally did not plan on having it look like this. So what I did was just take my favorite inking pen and start randomly drawing. I didn't sketch it out. I didn't plan what I was going to do. I had this thought in my mind as to what kind of a bouquet of flowers I was going to do. I put my first flower in the wrong spot. And yeah. So how did I fix that? I fixed it by accepting that I put it in the wrong spot and distracting the eye from that by creating flow. As you can see, I added flow by placing my flowers attached to one another from one end to the other. And this is something that you can do if you are in the moment of creating and notice a mistake, is change your line thickness or place something in the frame to counterbalance it or to distract the viewer's eye from your mistake. Or even better yet, if you are working with a medium that allows you to paint over it and completely cover it, then okay, go that way. Or what you could do is accept that you made the mistake, continue on the path that you're on, and then learn from it. Okay, so that was my dog. He is sound asleep and yet he just pushed his toy off the couch. Anyways, so what we're doing is reflecting back on that piece that we created, that we finished, that we should be proud of being finished because we did not give up. We did not give in to our self-doubt monster person that sits in their mind and goes, you're not good enough. No, we didn't give in to that. We pushed forward, we persisted, and we created something. Now, what do we do with that creation that we made? That all we can see is that one mistake, that one line, that one little spot that no one else will notice. Because trust me, no one will notice it. Okay? That's the one thing I've learned in life, is that we will notice the mistake, but others will not notice it. Anyways, what we need to do is, in that moment, when you finish the piece, take it and set it aside. Put it somewhere where you know you're going to come across it again, somewhere where you're not going to forget about it, somewhere where you could still pull upon it. So if I wanted to redo my new bouquet of flowers, I want to be able to reflect back onto this piece to go, okay, so yes, I should have sketched first. But if I'm not going to sketch first, how did I frame it wrong? You know, we want to be able to look back and grow and expand. And I'm a firm believer that creatives should not just have sketchbooks where you put your own ideas in it and you do your 5-minute sketches, but somewhere where you can create and compile a list, a visual diary. Okay, so create a visual diary, and it can be digital, it can be physical, but somewhere where you keep images that you want to reference back to. I think it would be really beneficial for all of us as artists to include our own work in that. And our own work can be because we're so proud of that piece that we're like in awe of it, or because we want to learn from the mistake that we created. So yeah, do that, okay? I hope this video was helpful and definitely starts a conversation. So if you have any comments or questions, leave them in the comment section below. I'm going to do my best to get back to you. And until next time, everybody, stay magical.